Hello, Facebook ads people. I'm Konstantinos, and this is the Facebook ads breaking news podcast. Hello, guys. Another podcast with me, your best friend for Facebook ads. I love this podcast because I have the luxury of not filtering things and all that. Especially now with the Patreon. In the second part, I'm filtering nothing. I can even curse, I think, there. We are not putting any beeps and stuff. You're not going to put any beeps on the thing. If I'm cursing on the Patreon, we don't care, right? It's not YouTube. We don't care. So, let's go. Let's start. First of all, I would like to talk to you a little bit about the results because I know and I talk with people, they all say January started really well. February first 15 days were okay, again, good, and then we go close to the end of February, results are, CPMs are increasing a little bit, results are a little bit, and then we go to the period which we are now, which is the first 14 days of March, which is not good because everybody is struggling and they're having bad results. Now, when we are having bad periods, I'm always telling you that I'm seeing the smaller ad accounts and the bigger ad accounts. And there are smaller ad accounts, and we talked extensively in the previous podcast on how you should address it and why you should keep your ads, and that eventually the people that they are not good, they're going to leave the platform and you're going to stay and you're going to have a stronger position. But what I want to tell you is that now I can see that some of the big ad accounts are losing ROAS, which is concerning because when the bigger ad accounts are having issues, when the smaller accounts are having issues, you can say that it's just a disturbance. When the bigger ad accounts have issues, maybe it's a bigger problem, but still our process is going to be the same. If you can absorb the damage and if you can have enough profit margins to be able to survive, you are going to do that because this is the best decision ever. I would like to kick this podcast with first of all, this is a Reddit comment post, I don't know. It says, "Kill your campaigns for today. They'll burn your money. Hope it is it is one of those days that Meta is experimenting with things and you see city traffic, like he knows it from somewhere. Of course, there can be a few accounts in the world that are still doing good, but for us, we have 6 accounts and all of them have been doing weirdly bad since yesterday. And let me tell you that if you did that and you closed the ads, most probably they're going to keep doing even worse. We're unfortunately too dependent on Meta ads and we can immediately identify the errors in Meta. They have done it in the past, they're doing it now, and they will do it in the future. The important thing is identifying those days and pausing your campaign so you don't burn money." It's a very easy way of thinking, you say, I'm not getting good results today, I'm going to stop it. You are stopping all of the process, all of the learnings. Basically, it's like you're starting your ads. Meta says you pause it when you pause, but it's not like this. And over here, the reason that I'm saying that if you have done that, because maybe, if we want to think smart over here, we can say that there are people that are posting this kind of things in order to ruin the ad accounts of the other people. Because, for example, if I ever posted something like this, I wouldn't post it because I believe it. I would post it because I'm an asshole, and I want with that way to go and actually kill the campaigns of the other people by just telling them that today is a very bad day so that I can have better results. Now, the thing is that because people like this exist, we are having better results. All the other people that we are consistent and we know what we are doing, and we're more professionals with the ad account instead of being the Facebook immigrants that I used to call them, that they come and go whenever they think that they can make something. One more thing that I want to say based on that. They say it's one of these things that Meta is experimenting with things. First of all, you cannot experiment in one day or doing things with the algorithm. It's taking months to experiment and so on. Obviously, it's a bad day for some reason. The other day, I'm in another account that has an issue with one payment from PayPal, which is showing processing, but it was never processed. And now Meta thinks that we own the money. Well, we don't, and we have also money there, but they don't let us spend in this other account all the amount of money. So it's another account spending 15K, and until we solve it for 5-6 days with Meta, we didn't spend this amount of money. And I'm thinking now, what if I was a person that I was advertising on the other company that it's a direct competitor of this company, and I would see immediately crazy ROAS, I don't know that my competitor, which is me in this case, stopped advertising with 50K and they spend only 1K or 2K per day with prepaid funds because Meta doesn't let them to actually charge their cards. And I don't know that. Let's say that, as an example, I did one new idea that I had with 3 post IDs instead of 2, just a stupid example, blah, blah. And then I see out of luck this, and I believe that, oh my God, this idea is huge. For some reason, this account is working. This is why I'm always thinking that we just need to follow the trends and not try to explain why they're happening, because we are too small to know that. We don't have the information. The same way that this other advertiser would have seen higher ROAS, and maybe they have attributed that to a change that they did on email, to this or that, and they believe that this is what changed it. It's so funny, because you don't know the actual reason, but you have to believe that it's that because they don't have the information that I stopped my spending on the other account. So in that case, I think that we just need to follow all of that. Of course, I'm not saying not trying to improve with methods and strategies and all of that, but I'm just saying that look how on this example people think things by just observing, which is not wrong, but without knowing the whole truth. Now, you are going to tell me every time that I'm seeing better results, I have to think that someone is not spending and stuff. Well, actually, now that I think it, yes, because if you're getting better results out of the blue, it means that someone is spending less. But if you have changed something and seen better results, of course, you have to believe that it's the change that you made, not that someone is not spending more. But it was really, guys, I was yesterday thinking of it again, and I said, we're so small, we know nothing, this other person knows nothing and thinks that maybe it's a change that he did. It's crazy. On the other hand, you can tell me, are you sure that he had better results? I'm pretty sure he had better results after us stop spending. Next one, we've cut Meta spend by 40-50% across the board. This channel is a mess right now. I really don't know what else to say. These are comments that we see typically from the start of the March. I get it. A lot of people are angry with the situation right now on Meta. We're seeing anything on Facebook up to 30-35% from the February 14th outage, and anything on Instagram essentially flat. Yet Meta keeps putting more money into Facebook placements despite the rising CPAs. I'm just not playing this game and would rather be conservative and hope to make it up once they figure this crap out. I find this statement really honest, whatever. If you cannot make money, if you cannot afford it, just leave the platform, come back when the period is good. But also this is good for us that we're going to stay because, more people advertise, the CPM is coming. Some people, so let's say that we are here, okay? And for all of those that you are listening, I'm just holding my palm, my left palm, and I have my right palm, holding my right palm, and I'm having my left palm below it. So basically, what I'm showing is that, okay, if we're making money, some other accounts is my palm which is above and we're making money, and then a lot of people come to advertise, okay? So less people make money and then more people come to advertise, and we have actually more people losing money, okay? While some people are making money. If some people are going to start leaving, this is going to come down, and then we're going to have again people making money. This is how it goes with the CPMs. So on one hand, I'm happy that he's leaving because, first of all, he's not losing money for him, but it's going to be easier for us to recover and have a new balance that we can advertise to. On the second hand, if you want to scale, if you want to do all of that with Meta, these are actually the periods that you have to show character and not just being a hustler within the platform. That's a sad truth. And if you don't have good profit margins, you're not going to scale anyway, because in the first bad period, you won't be able to maintain your ads. And I don't think it worth it, you know. I think it's going to worth it if you're close to break even, if you're losing a small amount of money in this bad period. But if you're losing a lot, I don't think it's worth it to keep it in order to recover later. You can close your ads and just do them all over again. But if you're just making less amount of money or you're breaking even, I think you should keep your ads in this bad period in order to get out of it stronger. And then what I wanted to point out here is I have a person here below on this comment on, this was on X, on Twitter. All of my clients are still seeing great results on Meta, so why are you saying the channel is a mess right now? I cannot curse because this is still on the free part, but I must say this. Don't be this person that goes to someone and just says, no, you're not right, I'm having perfect results, so that you can try to sell a service to others and just pretend that you're having good results across all of your clients. And across all of my 30 clients, I can tell you that I'm seeing this drop on the results. It's something that is happening globally. All of my friends, all of my students, what are you telling me? That you're having 6 accounts that are 6 or how many? He doesn't even say. You're having clients that are all of them exclusions to the rule and you're not seeing less results. I think that this is a very cheap, cocky move to someone who is just telling you with a tweet that, look, we cannot stand it anymore, we're going to stop advertising, and you're just coming to twist the blade to their wound more and just tell that how awesome you are and stuff. Maybe you're even hoping that they're going to come to you and tell you, hey, can you save us? Let me tell you this. Whoever is doing that and you're trying to get clients like this, let me tell you that you're going to get the worst kind of clients, the clients that if you get them like this, the next time that you're going to have a bad period, they're going to blame you for everything and they're going to tell you why don't you have a way to overcome it, blah, blah, and blah, blah. So be careful of what you wish for, okay? And don't be toxic with all of that. Now, one really important thing that I need to tell you, in the ad section, in the use existing post, there's one setting below that I don't think that I have ever made a video. I will make a video about it, but you can see that we can do edit placement. I don't know if you knew that when you do a post ID, you can edit also the creatives on the different placements. Let me explain. So let's say that you do a post ID with an Instagram ad, an Instagram feed ad. A lot of times the good creative is going to be the Instagram feed ad, and on the stories you don't have anything different. You can go and you can actually edit over here in the print screen that I show you, the stories. If you hover over it, you will see a pen. You edit this one and you can change the creative for the stories. So you don't have necessarily, you're not going to necessarily run with wrong creatives to other placements. So this is one thing that I think that not a lot of people know, because they just use the post ID and that's it. And because many people, they are going to ask me if you can I know how you think before you think. I know that some people are going to come and they are going to say, okay, what if I take a post ID that has 5,000 comments and then I go to the placements and I'm going to change the creative, for example, can I keep the comments and stuff? No, because whatever you're going to, first of all, whatever it's on other placements, it doesn't have these comments, and whatever you're going, whenever you're going to change the creative on the placement, it's like you're resetting it, okay? So it has 0 comments all over again. It's like a new ad in this placement. So don't think like this, and don't think that you can cheat the algorithm or meta. Last note, I got a message from one of my good friends, Michael, and he told me that he has one other account that apparently Facebook is pushing the Advanced Plus audience on some other accounts, and I haven't seen it in any of mine, but here it says updates. Audience control and Advanced Plus audience are now combined. Under audience, you will see location and dates as default settings. Other settings are optional. This lets you share information about who this ad is for while giving our system the most flexibility and all of that. And then you can see in this pre-screen that we don't have the option to go to the previous audience that we could add on the ad sets. Is it a big change? Do I like it? To be honest with you, I don't like it because I don't like Advanced Plus audience in CBO campaigns. I like it in Advanced Plus with broad targeting. For some reason, I hope that it's not going to be mandatory for all ad accounts, or it's going to take them a lot of time to make it mandatory for all ad accounts. But if you have that, I guess it's going to be more difficult with interest because they don't work so well with this Advanced Plus audience. And let's hope that Advanced Plus is going to work for you, because I believe that the biggest struggle with these changes on the audience, Advanced Plus and everything is going to be on the new ad accounts and the new pixels. The older ad accounts are going to be just fine from that. Next one, we have Edward with one of his many questions. Edward, don't worry, I got you. Hi Konstantinos, is there any video where explaining how much decreased budget of Advanced Plus campaign when I want to turn off some creatives inside campaign? Thank you so much. By the way, today I also had a comment which actually made me really sad because because I will read it now. Actually. So, first of all, let me answer to Edward. So, Edward, the thing is that, first of all, when you're optimizing a CBO campaign, I did a video and I explained to you in the comments, but for all the others, when are we lowering the budget? It means that we want to stop the optimization and we don't want to do anything else on this CBO campaign. That being said, these are not things that we are doing earlier. What we're doing instead is that we see, for example, we have 10 assets. On the first 24, 48 hours, we see the results. We see one of them overspending, we close one or two. Then we see another one, then we see another one, and then we reach the point that we have 2 or 3 ads. If these are enough and they're giving us the ROAS that we want with all of the spend, fine, we don't touch it, we leave it as it is. But if we go there and we see that we are left, for example, with 4 assets, which are the last stages of the optimization, you have to pass all of this process in order to start lowering the spend. This is the last thing that we do in order to say, okay, I want to get this and stop optimizing further. For example, if you go in a campaign and you have one ad set which is giving you 3 ROAS, the leading ad set is giving you 2 ROAS, and you have another one which is giving you 1 ROAS, and all of these are spending $200. And the 3 and the 2 ROAS ad sets, they are spending 100, and you're having a bad ad set which is the 100 spending with 1 ROAS. What you can do is you can go and you can close the one ROAS, but instead of giving 200, because all of this one extra 100 that are going to be liberated from the closed ad set of 1 ROAS, which is spending 100, it's going to go towards the other 2, which are having 2 and 3 ROAS, as we said, and they are spending, let's say, 60 and 40. So if you do that, then all of this budget is going to go there, and maybe they're not going to keep having 2 or 3. So you are risking. Instead of you taking the risk, what you're doing is you're saying, okay, yesterday if I see they spent 60 and 40, so 100 in total, and the other one which are closed spent 100. So what am I going to do? I'm going to lower my budget now to 100, so that I'm going to prevent the extra budget from the closed ad set to go to these two and actually ruin my CBO optimization. That way you're saying, okay, this hot pocket on ad set 1 and ad set 2, which are getting 2 and 3 rows, are fine to me. On the average, I'm getting the results that I want. So what I want is I want to keep spending 100. I don't care if I lose 100 per day spend. I want to keep this profitability with this spend without me pushing it more in order to lose it. This is when you do it, and you do it as the last step of an optimization, when you actually want to stop all of the process and you don't want to optimize any further. Now, let me tell you this about a comment here. So, luckily enough, after this, I actually posted one video which was CBO optimization for 2024. Obviously, guys, I want to point out that the CBO optimization is very difficult, and I cannot cover, even if the channel had only videos about CBO optimization, I wouldn't be able to cover all the different cases. It's impossible. So I'm trying to do these videos, and eventually people, by watching this and that and that and that, they will start understanding. And as I said, always 90% of the information is for free on the channel. The only difficult part, which I cannot explain with many videos, is the CBO optimization, which is inside the course. Anything else is, just to talk. So I get this comment here which says, "Hi Konstantinos, some important things. Some I also add. Correct me if I'm wrong. Generally, I avoid closing avoid closing ad set in a CBO campaign." First of all, I must admit that if this is the comment, and then there's below that there's another comment from another person which is commenting that he understands the same. So obviously, guys, in this video I completely failed to explain to you how CBO optimization works. Okay, I accept it. I will try more, but I have failed. If you give me this comment, I have failed 100%. Nobody told you that you should not, that you avoid closing ad sets. We close ad sets all the time in CBO campaign optimization. What I said in the video is that we're watching the average. If the average is over there and we're having results, good results, then you should not try to close. But if you see that you have an opportunity of closing something because it doesn't do well, and you are also looking what you are losing and what you are getting, and you are getting more from what you are losing, then do it. But I never said that you should avoid. I said that you should be watching the average, and if the average is actually good, you should not try to close one bad row as ad set if it's giving you good average results, so that you're not going to disturb the balance. So it's not about avoid, it's about a choice, and it's about watching the average, and it's not about not doing a lot of, you should not do a lot of changes in CBO, but in other words, you should do changes when it's needed, okay? Next one, only risk closing an ad set only and only if on, let's say, the last day the spend of that failing ad set was less than 10% of total CBO budget, but still not recommended. He's referring to one example that I gave inside, which I had 6 or 7 ad sets, and one of them, while the average ROAS was still good, because all of the 6 out of the 7 they had good ROAS, and the 7th one it had bad ROAS. So over there it was spending 150, if I remember correct, the CBO, and I said that, look, over here this one ad set is just spending $10 per day. So even if you close it, and this budget is going to go towards another 5 or 6 ad set, is not going to influence the ad sets because it's only $10. I never said that you should risk only closing an asset if it has a small spend, because there are cases in CBO campaigns that you can see, for example, that you're having some assets having some sales with high ROAS, and one of them taking all of the budget and having very bad ROAS. That being said, also in this video I talked a lot about the leading ads. The leading ads are showing us where the results are going to be. Maybe the problem on the video is that I explained CBO optimization in a good ad account. Maybe I should have found one bad ad account with very bad CBOs and stuff in order to show you how it is, but I don't have any on that period that's having that bad results, either because we're using mostly Advantage Plus campaigns or because in where I'm using the CBO campaigns, they're actually working, or I'm not using them, I'm going to do something else. So of course we are closing high spending ad sets if they're not doing well. It's just I don't know, I'm really disappointed that you didn't understand anything from this video. Now this is what I'm hearing from marketers also. Lookalikes are now on a downfall and dead. I really hate when people say things like don't use this anymore, you know. Have I done it? Maybe for something that I have seen that it's causing issues. But for example, saying to people that lookalikes are on downfall and dead, it's completely wrong. Lookalikes are still working in several accounts. 3 hours ago, I had a consulting call with a person that he was doing stack lookalikes because this is what it was working on his other account. He tried Advanced Plus, it wasn't working. He was doing stack lookalikes because this is what's working. Whatever is working for another account, this is what you should use. You should test them, you know. Open targeting and advanced plus are now their go-to for sales campaigns. Even your results are showing that lookalikes are generally not performing well. No, again, you are wrong. They are not showing that lookalikes are not going well. They are showing that they were going that the broad targeting was going a bit better. This is what you're trying to say. But the lookalikes were also working. So what's the point of doing only broad? I can do also lookalikes. So this is double the spend with two different ways and two different targetings. Also, advanced plus campaigns are not working necessarily in all ad accounts. In some new ad accounts, they're not working. Anyway, this is what I wanted to point out about this. And I didn't want to put this on the free part because it really made me sad. And I wanted to say it here about this. Okay, cool. So let's go on the next question. So I have a video which is called "Don't Mix Facebook Catalogs with Other Creatives in Your Advanced Plus." It says, "Thanks for the video. That does indeed happen. However, with Facebook pushing Advanced Plus shopping campaigns, would anything change? I mean, would you create an Advanced Plus campaign with catalogs and another one with just video, images, and so on?" Yes, 100%. In this video, I'm explaining to you why you should not use catalog with other creatives because it's taking all of the budget, and I'm proving it to you. Now, of course, you're going to do the same with your images, you're going to do the same with your videos, you're going to keep them separately if you want to test your creatives properly. Now, if you put a catalog and you put another 10 creatives and your catalog takes all the sales and you are profitable and then you say, Konstantinos, you're not right, then most probably you are wrong because the catalog took all the sales, but the point of my video is to prove to you that the other creatives haven't been tested. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that maybe in this campaign you're having also some other creatives that can work in Advanced Plus, but you're not testing them because they're not taking any budget. That's the point of the video. Yes, this is what you should do. And the catalog has nothing to do with the shopping campaigns. Nothing, completely nothing to do with the shopping campaigns. Still, the situation is the same. It's about managing your creatives because more creatives and more advanced plus campaigns means more scaling also. That's also important. Just discovered your channel and wanted to congratulate you on your work. Straight to the point, whatever you say. I'm so disappointed from this comment before. I'm so disappointed because it's a 30-minute video of CB optimization, and from this comment the comment below says, let me, because it really, and by the way, this has nothing to do with the person making. Okay, I'm disappointed with myself because I believe that he didn't understand because of me. I did something wrong with the content. He's saying, let me find it, guys, sorry. There you go. No. There you go. Okay. And then He says, trying to learn more, maybe due to English being my second, I may not understand fully. I always appreciate you taking time to reply. This has nothing to do with you. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming myself. And then there's a person below that says, and this is a person also that it's not a negative person. Ahmad is not a negative person. It's not a person which is coming on another account to hate me. He is coming and he's commenting normally. So he's saying here, I agree with you. I cannot understand the content you give. It confused me. I think his point 1 and 2 were valid for this video. Kindly do an ad summary in comments as well. I told him that this is why we have the podcast. So maybe those who have trouble understanding whole video can understand. Like this guy did with points, might help us understand whole video. Kudos. I do believe and another issue is now I realize why nobody is teaching CBO optimization. I believe that it's so difficult for me. For me, it's always my struggle. It's so difficult for me to find different cases and different things to show you because there are so many. And I know for a fact from my students and the mentorships that I have that the most difficult part, the part that is taking me a lot of time to train people for, is the CBO optimizations because we do daily meetings and calls in order to teach them. Now, straight to the point, no clickbaiting or anything, never change that. YouTube is full of gurus. Has recently introduced the idea of running only Advanced Plus shopping campaign without much else for an e-commerce store, since that will take care of prospecting and remarketing too. What's your opinion on this basic approach for 2024? Are manual campaigns coming to an end? They are not coming to an end because still they have a big apply to new ad accounts. Is it better to work with Advantage Plus campaigns? Yes. Easier? Yes. Manual campaigns, are they needed? Yes, because sometimes when you're scaling a lot, maybe 8 Advanced Plus campaigns are not going to be enough. If the number of Advanced Plus changes, I believe that 90% of the people will do only Advanced Plus. Also now I have seen that in Advanced Plus campaigns, they have changed also some things that they were limiting it from the other campaigns, like you can do only purchase event. You couldn't do any other event optimization. Today in the consulting call that I had, this person had the option of doing not only purchase but another event that he wanted to optimize, which was a very big disadvantage of Advanced Plus. If they remove also the limit of 8, I believe that everybody is going to do Advanced Plus. One other thing that I'm noticing, but still I told you, I believe that nothing is going to be for no reason in the platform. There are still going to be new ad accounts that they are going to need CBO campaigns because Advanced Plus is not going to work. I have videos explaining that. The last thing that I want to point about that is that right now, guys, in the bad period that we go through, I really see and I notice that when I have, for example, ad accounts that they have Advanced Plus and CBOs, the first campaigns that are being impacted in such a bad period is the CBOs compared to Advanced Plus. Advanced Plus campaigns are more resilient. And I can understand it also from the fact that you can scale much more easier with the 20% rule every 2-3 days, an Advanced Plus campaign, comparing to a CBO campaign, which most probably it's going to die because it's not going to accept the scaling. I believe that Advanced Plus campaigns, because they are ABOs, even on the bad periods or on a scaling or whatever, on a stress period, they are performing better and they are more resilient and they are much more difficult to break comparing to CBO campaigns that they are just giving up easier. This is the end of the first part of the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. If you don't want to miss the second half of the podcast, where I'm answering all the remaining questions of the week, visit my Patreon page following the link on the description. This was the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. Like it or not, it is what it is.